Alright everybody, and welcome to a quick update of what we have been up to with our little space fighter game. So last Friday we worked on missiles, and I spent the day today or a couple of hours today, just updating a little bit of that code, cleaning it up. So one thing that you'll notice is that the screen is now a lot more zoomed in since the last update. I have scaled it up a little bit so that it is closer to the experience that I have in the headset as far as sizing of everything is concerned. So you can still fly around. I toned down the shields a little bit on our fighters because they were overpowered. I think I might turn them down even more after I add some effects when the shields are being hit. But the thing that we were working on was improving our selection. So I am going to fly away a little bit from our enemy fighters. I need to be careful that I don't get too close. And when I now select one, we can see that there's a nice little reticle coming. And once I've got a target lock, I can shoot a missile. And it will try and follow our target. Now, when I go too far away from my enemy, my target lock disappears, and I am going to need to get our target into view again. And only once the target lock is there, the missiles will fire. If I move away too far and the target lock disappears, like this, then my missile will just shoot forward. Now we only have a limited number of missiles, so at some point I'll run out. I think I've got about 6. I'm not displaying how many I've got left yet, but we can see that we can destroy this guy, and we can go and select the next one. There you go. Selected, but I am out of missiles, so I'll have to shoot him down the old-fashioned way. There we go, and he's gone. I'll leave this guy alone. Let's go back to our carrier. Here we go. So we can see that our little selection reticle is on our carrier as well as our fighters, but we don't get a target lock when we are targeting friendly fighters. So that was one little improvement that I made there as well. We can still shoot them, but yeah. So right now the missiles that we fire are pretty dumb. They do home in on our targets and fly towards them. Once the targets start moving, they probably will miss quite often. So I need to make them a little smarter to sort of aim for where the enemy will be instead of for where the enemy is right now. The other thing right now is that our missiles, they don't lose target lock. So once we give them target lock, then they will keep following the enemy fighter until they either hit it or until their lifetime reaches the end. So that is obviously something that we want to change. We also want to make sure that when we blind fire a missile, that the missile is going to try and get a target lock itself. And that's going to be a similar logic as the target lock that I added to our fighter, where you have a limited cone for our target lock, so that if the enemy fighter manages to get outside of that cone, the missile will not be able to lock on that target. And we probably will do something like that. The cone is larger once the target is acquired, but it's smaller when it is trying to get a target lock. So that is something that we're going to be working on next week. The last thing that we're going to be working on for our missiles is make 2 variations of our missiles. One that will always follow the enemy regardless of where the enemy is in front of it, and one that will only keep its target lock when the back of a enemy fighter is facing towards the missile. which simulates a heat-seeking missile, while the first missile will be more a radar-guided missile. So that obviously will allow us to have two different types of missiles, and probably make the heat-seeking ones more common, or we can carry more of those, simply because they will more easily miss. So yeah, that's what we've been up to so far. I stream every Friday. I am experimenting right now on making the streams 9 p.m. Eastern Australian time, which is here in Sydney. So yeah, I hope that you guys can join me and watch me enhance our missile logic next stream. Thank you, and until next time.